Sack Life beat depression. It's day 357, and we're back with another somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here now. Anyone who's tuning in later, appreciate you guys and girls out there. As you know, it is a martial arts for mental health show. We like to tune into those mental health tools first, finding the ones that work for us as individuals. First one, very powerful tool. The more you use it, the more powerful it can become, is that tool of gratitude. So today I want to shout out gratitude to Pulpit Rock Park, for being a well-maintained, well-groomed path, open, free to the public. Great place to come out if you're in Colorado Springs area, get some fresh air. I also read that this is one of the highest peaks that you can get to in Colorado Springs. So if you want to come out and check it out, it's a great place to get that altitude training, altitude adjustment in there. It's supposed to be about 6,600 feet above sea level. So if you've been following the journey, you know that we're on our way to Eurobus in Buena Vista. That's 8,000 feet above sea level. So I'm trying to condition myself as I get there. Hopefully we'll get there soon, get back to the Beat Depression bus, get the thing back on the road, start helping people with free heavy bag therapy. So stay tuned for that. I also want to shout out gratitude to the first ones in, Keisha, Thomas, and K-Mall. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in and supporting the cause. Those are my pieces of gratitude today. Go ahead and think about your pieces of gratitude. That'll help put you in that positive mindset as you move into today's lesson. Second mental health tool we're going to talk about is progress tracking tool. It's day 357, and I left my chart in the car, but normally I have it with me. It's day 357 of consecutive progress and success for me, the Sack Band. Let me know how many days it's been for you. And remember, that's another one of those tools that you can use to benefit you, even if you're not into martial arts, you're not looking forward to the movement part of the somatic therapy that we provide. The progress tracking tool can be a very powerful one, not only showing you what you're capable of, but showing you what you can look forward to and helping you chart your progress as you move along. Remember, give yourself a daily accomplishable goal that builds you up both mentally and physically, and that's what you're going to keep track of. Now, if that's too much to do at first, you could try this progress tracking tool with something very simple. It's a very simple task. There's something very small, maybe just making the bed in the morning, keeping track of the number of days that you make that bed in the face of those negative thoughts and feelings that were fed by depression. If you're dealing with a clinical state and you're going through those feelings where you wake up, I know I used to wake up sometimes in the morning and feel like my body was physically too heavy to move, and I would have those intrusive thoughts telling me what I can't do, what I'm not capable of, or that I didn't deserve to get up. Even the smallest tasks seemed like a tremendous weight, a tremendous burden that I was not up to. So even though it seems like something small, making the bed can be an accomplishment, can be a daily accomplishment you can use to remind yourself you're stronger than these lies that depression tries to sell us. You're stronger than those temporary feelings that we go through where we feel like we're helpless. And that can really help you take you out of that victim mindset and put you into a victor mindset where you can start empowering yourself and moving forward. So like I said, you can make that tool more and more effective. As with most of our tools, we can make them more and more effective by adding different layers of care to them. So that daily goal accomplishment tool, we've mixed it into our daily program so that it's not only a reminder that you're stronger than these things, but it's also a reminder that you got up, you fought forwards, you put in the work, you built yourself up mentally and physically, and we're going to take depression out. We're going to wipe it out of the face of the planet, right? Because the more proof we have, the more possible that becomes. And this progress tool is also something that helped me recognize the credit and the strength and endurance that I have out here, the credit that I deserve. It also helped me chart the fact that it's been 857 days since I've had a single thought of suicidal ideation. So those are now a thing of the past for me. So please do keep track of that number. It can be very, very powerful in your life. And if you've got it, share it. It's a great way to motivate each other and inspire each other to be that change that we want to see in the world. Shout out to Slayer Ken, and thank you for sharing your days at 465, crushing that daily goal accomplishment. Good stuff, brother. Thank you so much for being here. So that's our progress tracking tool. That's our gratitude tool. We're going to get into the lesson. I am going to keep it low intensity because up to about an hour ago, I had a pretty bad headache from this altitude, and I'm still feeling weird, but the headache is gone. So I'm taking that as a sign I could go a little higher. I climbed a few hundred feet up. Pulpit Rock back there is supposed to be 6,600. I don't know where I'm at now. I'm sure it's over 6,000 feet, but I'm trying to moderate. I'm trying to check in on myself and make sure I don't go too far too fast. And if I do feel those symptoms or signs of overreaching or those signs of mountain sickness, that I do descend as quickly as possible. Altitude's a real thing. It's very strange. If you haven't experienced it, there's no way to prepare for it. It affects you on all different levels. I'm running at different pressure that I'm used to being a lowlander. My body's exposed to a different atmospheric pressure. There's also less oxygen in the air, so every breath I take, I'm getting actually less oxygen to my muscles and my body. So my body's compensating and adapting and changing and mutating in order to help me survive out here. So I've got to keep that in consideration with my intensity for today's program. Shout out to Lisa the Luminary. Thank you for being here as well. So I'm going to go very light, super low intensity. We're going to cover 2 technical knees today, and then add those 2 knees into your shadowboxing program. I'm going to be doing the same thing, but it's going to be very slow. It's going to be very low intensity for me. I've got to take it easy. Overreaching can have serious consequences. So, as always, make sure you're checking in with you and taking into consideration things that might affect your progress or output today as well. Don't expect to put out the same numbers or the same goals every single day when you're not dealing with the same circumstances, right? So if you drank last night, if you partied hard, if you're out late, if you didn't get enough sleep, all those things are going to affect you. You're going to want to dial in that intensity to match your skill level and give yourself a challenge for today. So for me, it's a challenge to be here and to stand and to be awake. So I'm going to dial my intensity down super low, take it easy so that I don't pass out. And I highly encourage you to do the same. The main thing is give yourself a challenge. So if it's a challenge to be up on your feet, then you're already doing it. You know, you're up on your feet. You can keep track of the fact that you're crushing that challenge right now. Shout out as well to my ma. Love you, ma. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. All right, that being said, we're going to get into it. 3 rounds, 3 minutes each, 1 minute breaks in between to catch your breath. And drink some water. If you are adjusting to altitude, hydration is a major concern. Apparently, going through this adaptation process, your body loses water internally. So it's important to drink more than you think you need when you're out here. That being said, we're going to pop into Muay Thai stance. Like I said, we're going to cover 2 technical knees today. We're going to do a long knee. If the wind's not too bad, we're going to do a long knee. Whoosh, driving that knee forwards. And we're also going to do an angled knee. So that angled knee, whoosh, comes in from the side. And I'll give you the technical breakdowns on that. And then we will work it in to our shadow boxing routine. Wind's picking up. I'm going to have to anchor this thing down a little more. All right, that should be stable enough. All right, so we're going to cover those 2 technical knees, and we're going to flow right into our shadow boxing session. Here we go. Square up in your Muay Thai stance. Ooh, with your visualized target. Bring those hands up to defend the head. Close the fingers, tuck the thumbs, right? Tuck the chin. Stay nice and balanced. We want to be in that balanced position at all times possible. And we're going to step forwards and start with this long knee. So for the long knee, for a normal knee strike, right? We swing through the hip, we chop that hand, we bring that knee up, and it's straight forwards. For the long knee, what we want to do is let the shoulders move back as the hips move forwards. And we're taking this ankle, we'll bring it up as close as we can to the booty, right? Well, bringing it up close, and we're swinging through, letting the shoulders move back, hips move forwards. We're going to open up those hips a little bit too by stepping out on that lead foot, and that'll help you put a little rotation in there. And again, you're going to notice arm chops. That's the same. That arm is the counterweight. Whoosh. When we drive that knee in there, long knee. Whoosh. Boom. But this gives us an extended range on that knee strike. Normally, knee strikes are going to land about where the jab is, right? But this knee strike is almost as long, maybe a little bit longer than the cross. So if you can reach them with the cross, whoosh, you can reach them with a long knee. So let's practice that long knee together. Nice balanced stance. Work some other movements in there that will link into the long knee, right? Rotate through for the cross. Toss the long knee. Open up the hip. Swing through, sending that knee straight forwards. We want to make it sharp, so bring the ankle up as close as possible. Let the shoulders move back as the hips move forwards. It's going to give you more length on that long knee. Bam, bam, bam. All right, flow through your shadow boxing session now. Work creatively. Add in those different striking patterns and incorporate the long knee. See where it fits in? And again, you'll see me going very slow today because I am adjusting to this altitude. I'm giving myself a challenge based on my current situation, based on my current skill level and circumstances here. Oof. I've got to be very careful not to overdo it. So keep it moving. Let's go. Pa, pa, pa. Whoosh. Long knee. Think about those different moves that feed in and link up, right? Everything can flow together if we work that way. Whoosh. You can work the long knee from the opposite side as well. Throw a couple of regular knees in there so you can feel the difference also. So regular knee strike. Whoosh. Hey. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Long knee. Whoosh, boom, long knee, bang. Now a nice guard, a cool guard that you can use when you're throwing that long knee is this cross guard. You bring the hand up across the face, elbow protects the face, chin is tucked, shoulders rolled, gives you a lot of defense with just one hand so you can swing that other one down. You don't have to worry so much about taking damage to the face. Go ahead, practice that cross guard. Whoosh, boom, back to stance, long knee, whoosh, and back to stance, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Nice and slow, stay balanced. And that's the end of round one. Catch your breath, drink some water, check in on you. Make sure you're not pushing too hard. Oof. And we're gonna keep going. What's happening here? The camera's moving. All right, we got 46 seconds before we pop into the next session. In the next round, we're gonna start incorporating that angled knee that we talked about. And I'll give you the breakdown on that, and then we'll continue to flow through for another 3-round shadow boxing session. Shout out to Lance and the Trance, appreciate you. Remember, give yourself a challenge. I'm out here, it's challenging to be alive at the moment. But if you're not dealing with that, definitely pick up that intensity and give yourself a challenge when you're working. Get that heart rate up, put in the work, because without the challenge, we can't grow. If we stick in that comfort zone and take it too easy, we'll just fall into boredom. We won't make progress, we won't see results. So it's very important that you guarantee yourself progress by giving yourself that challenge. That's what's going to make it worth it. Here we go. Pop into your stance. This is the second round. We're going to work on that angled knee first. Let's give you the angled knee breakdown. So for that, the angled knee is going to come across like it sounds from an angle. Normally, we chop that hand down when we're bringing the knee forwards, right? For the long knee, we chop the hand down. For the straight knee, we chop the hand down. But for an angled knee, we're going to chop that hand across. We're going to chop it across the side. And we're going to kind of torque our torso in this way and torque the upper torso in this way. So we're turning our upper body in the opposite direction of the incoming knee. We're going to bring the ankle and knee up almost on the same plane. So when you're going to step into this one, boom, step in, bring the ankle and knee up on the same plane, kind of kicking it out there, and then we're going to twist through the hips, bring that knee up nice and sharp. Boom, we're aiming for the rib cage. We're aiming under that guard. We want to get in there close to the bottom two ribs. Oos, and drive that angled knee in there. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. It's a close range knee attack, so you want to be close in, maybe close to clinch distance. Step across to the side of that opponent. Whoosh, drive the hand across on an angle. We're chopping on an angle. Remember, keep the defense high on the opposite hand. Whoosh, 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 and start working that angled knee into your shadow boxing routine. Really making it your own. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You can use those moves that you enjoy. Bang, 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 bang. And if you'd like, you can exercise that move from southpaw stance as well. Maybe step in from orthodox into southpaw and then rip an angle knee. Boom, back to stance. Boom, boom. Remember the difference, there's a lot of differences with the angle knee, but with the straight knee, hands coming down. With the angled knee, hands coming across on an angle. With the straight knee, we're swinging through the hip, straight forwards. With the angled knee, we need to rotate in a horizontal direction, both the top and bottom of our body. So step out for that angled knee. You can even reach across the face, put some pre-wind in it, maybe get a little deceptive with the hands. Reach across the face, knee comes up, boom, angled knee there. If you're close enough, you can use that hand as an anchor as well. Grab the side of the head, push, rip that angled knee in there into the ribs. Bang, bang, and keep it moving. Push, work those knees, start to put them together. Long knee, bam, bam, angled knee, boom, back to stance. Keep visualizing that opponent, move around, stay elusive. Inhale through the nose, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Exhale through the mouth, angle knee, boom. And that's the end of round two. Catch your breath, drink some water, check in on you. In round 3, I just want you to flow with it. I want you to have fun with it. Use all the striking patterns you enjoy. Put the angled knee and the long knee in there together. Just work them into your creative routine. And most of all, have fun with it. Shout out to Sunshine and Rainbows. Thanks for being here. So we covered the long knee. We covered the angled knee. Now it's up to you to make them your own. Make that routine your own. And enjoy it. We got 37 seconds. Make sure you're drinking water. And also check in on you for functional signs of overreaching. Dizziness, nauseousness, lightheadedness. These are all things that mean we're going to want to dial down that intensity. Catch a beautiful sunset while we have the opportunity. That's it, coming at you from, where are we? I can't remember. Pulpit Rock Park, that's where we are. Coming at you from Pulpit Rock Park at sunset. We got 2 seconds. Let's hit this last session. This beautiful location. Back to stance. Here we go. 3 minutes. Remember, work for you. Put in that intensity that challenges you to your skill level. And keep those strikes going. Bam, bam. Focusing form and balance will improve you in every other aspect, bam, of your technique. Push, push, push. Keep that guard high. Get creative with the strikes. You'll notice I'm kind of stepping forwards into opposite stance here. Guard changes. Very fun thing to practice when you're working on shadow boxing. You can drive that long knee. Maybe they step back, step forwards into it. Keep your combo going. Drive another long knee. You can turn it into a march and march that opponent back, right? Keep the pressure on him. Keep going. Visualize that target. And remember, too, you're fighting for better mental health. You're fighting for a better quality of life. You're fighting for what you deserve. How do you know what you deserve? It's based on what you give. So make sure you're giving it 100% for yourself. There we go. That's a little switch long knee as well. You can continue to get creative. Boom, boom, boom. With those different knee strikes, there are literally unlimited ways that you can express yourself through martial arts. Bam, bam. Just keep working those different knees. Put them into your routine. And have fun with them. You can start thinking about those different ways to make them effective, right? Like we talked about before, anchor the head, drive the angled knee into the ribs. That anchor can be a power adder. Or if you're at long distance, keep the guard high with the jab, the measuring jab, and then boom, long knee, bam, bam. We're going measure. Guard high, keep that hand going, keep them busy up top, and then bang, long knee, keep it moving, slip in, toss a hook, and then angled knee, boom, to the ribs, back to stance. Remember, visualize that opponent, land those knuckles, large 2 knuckles, that's what you want to land on, on the nose, on the chin, and work for you. Let's go. Long knee. Angle knee. Angle knee. And work kicks in there as well. Anything you enjoy. Teep. Roundhouse. Spinning back fist. Angle knee. Have fun. Enjoy it. Think about what links together. Keep the guard high. Hey, long knee, and that's the end of round 3. If you made it through 1 minute, congratulations. We lost signal. You showed up for yourself. You put in work, you put in progress, you took a step forwards. Every step forwards counts, so count those steps. And until next time, I'll catch you same sack time, same sack channel, same sack life. Sack man out. Woo!